Hello everybody, welcome to Level Pixel Level. This is just a quick tutorial on how to create bones in Blender and how to put them in world space. So first thing I'm going to do is make a new bone. I'm going to go Add, Armature, Single Bone. And this will create a bone at the 3D cursor. And this is the default position for the bone. This is the default settings, which is okay. But I'm just going to show you how this probably won't work for animators. I'm going to go to Translate, and I'm going to go to Pose Mode. So now if I select on the bone, and you'll see that I'm in global mode up here with Translate on. If I move on the Y, I move on the Y axis. If I move on the X, I move on the X, and the Z on the Z, which is fine. You expect that for global. But if I flip it to local, you'll see that my axes, my translates have actually changed here. So my X is the same, but my Y is now up and down, and my Z is now on the Y. It's because the axes of this bone, the default bone, does not match world space. And this can be confusing for animators when they're selecting on controls, when they're in global mode and they move on the Y axis, and they see that the Z axis has changed. So this is actually really easy to fix. I'm just going to go to Edit Mode. And every bone has a head of the bone and the tail of the bone. So what I want to do is I want to put the tail of the bone right at the head and then push it out on the Y. So I want to actually have the bone go along this axis here. So if I have it selected, I'm going to hit Shift S, and this brings up this pie menu here, and I'm going to do Selection to Cursor. Now right now it looks like the bone has disappeared, and it's just because you've snapped the tail of the bone to the head of the bone, so you have a 0 vector. If I hit G on the keyboard, you'll see that I can actually almost extrude that bone out from the head. So now with G is still on, I'm going to hit Y to constrain it to the Y axis, and I'm going to hit 1 and enter. So now the bone is laying on the Y axis, and the last thing that you should always do is make sure that your roll is at 0. Now I'm going to flip back to pose mode now, and I'm going to select on the bone, and I'm going to go from local to global. And you'll see that my axis now is remaining static and not changing. And this is perfect for animators. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch it to Euler setting XYZ, because very few animators will work in Quaternion. I have not met an animator that wants to work in Quaternion. Every animator will want to work in an Euler function, and this matches it up to most other 3D programs. So now I can start actually rigging with a really solid world space bone in Euler. So now just do this for the rest of your life every time you make a new bone. No, I'm just kidding. I found this really frustrating actually having to do this every single time. So I went ahead and I wrote an add-on to do this for you. So in the description under this video, you'll find the link to an add-on called Single World Bone. Turn this on, and I'll delete this cube again. Now with that add-on turned on, under your armature panel, you'll have a single world bone option, and that will make a bone at origin in world space. And if I flip to pose mode, you'll see that I am in XYZ Euler as well. Let me know what you think. It's just good to know why we want this bone in world space. I'll be doing a couple more videos on bone axes in the future. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Bye-bye!